not have a mortgage payment anymore. Well, I got involved in this thing a year ago, and you said no. Right? You said no. You said no before you even saw it. Well, what is it? Well, why do you want to know that? I could have told you a year ago. You said no. I don't care if you do it. I don't care if you like it. All I care is if you see it, because your friends will say no, 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 N-O before they know, no, K-N-O-W, anything you're talking about. Do not throw up on them. Do not say, oh, it's yeah, you get 3 people, and then they get 10, and they get 3. Your friends go, oh, it's one of the pyramid scams, all that kind of stuff. We'll go over that in a second. We'll go over that in a second. But what I'm saying is your friends, obviously you want to do it with them, because you want to work as a team. Like me, it was great. It was me, my brother, my sister-in-law, my 2 buddies growing up, and it was awesome. We could all stick together and do this together as friends. That's the coolest part. But your friends also are going to be Danny Downers, Debbie Downers. You're stupid for doing them, and they're going to want to drag you down. But I mean it. Just show it to them. Give me 20 minutes. Show the DVD. They probably won't come to a meeting. Some will, some won't. But just go to their house. Here's what you do. Bring the DVD to their house. You guys know where they live, right? Cool. Call them. Yo, what's up, man? You home? Yeah, I'm home. Answer your door. I haven't said that.
DVD's ready to be
seen. Here's what's really cool. It works. I mean, it works. Sit on the doorstep. Because here's what's going to happen, guys. You're going to call these people, and you're going to explain. You guys are going to throw up on the phone. I did it too. I had no idea what I was doing. I did it in the beginning. I'm guilty. But if you just take it from the beginning, do not explain it over the phone. We always joke around. There's 2 things you can't do over the phone. Give a haircut and ignite, right? You can't do it. You can't explain the business. So you want them to see it. Any way you can get them in front of information. Now me, this is where the corporate's over here and I'm over here. I give everybody 3 strikes. 3 strikes, that's it. I call you once. Yes, yeah, James, I'm looking at no problem. All right, what do you do? Yeah, call me on Tuesday. All right. I call you Tuesday, you don't answer my phone. That's what happens. Anybody else get ignored? Oh yeah. You don't do that to me now. That's a rule. That's twice. All right, twice you ignore me. 3rd time, here's the deal. Leave a message. Guess what? You have no idea what you're ignoring right now, but now you can't do it. Have a good day. That's it. And then just hang out. It's car business. You know what's funny? Everybody's like, oh, you're a car salesman. I'm absolutely not a car salesman. I'm a wholesaler. You know what that means? That means I don't get calls at 3 in the morning when your car breaks down, because what I do is I buy it from the dealership, and every Wednesday was my Super Bowl. I run the cars through the auction, and they went to South Africa, they went to New York, they went to everywhere I didn't care about. Okay? I was a wholesaler. Anthony knows this. People would come on my lot, and I'd be sitting there, and I'd be just doing my inventory and stuff, and the guy walking, I'm interested in that car. I'm like, oh, no, it's not for sale. Why? I want to buy it. No. You're not buying a car, because you know what? It's going to break down. You're going to call me on Sunday. You're going to hate my life. I was not a car salesman, but I want to buy the car. If you buy this car and it breaks down, if you call me, we're going to have a problem. That's the deal, because you know I don't want to sell it to you. They want it more. They want it more, okay? So have that approach. Don't be too cocky in the beginning. You know, don't say, hey, I want to introduce you to business. If you don't want to do it, I don't even care. You know, don't say that. More mark a little bit in the beginning. All right, so now tell your friends. Now, what's really cool about this is people always ask me and say, well, I always hear the word pyramid scam. Anybody hear of a pyramid scam? Yeah. Absolutely. I love that word in the beginning. That's why me and my dad, anything he would tell me I would do. Obviously, my father, I look up to him. In the beginning, you know, it's shaped like a pyramid. Sure, I said, Dad, Chris keeps bugging me to get in this thing. You know, I actually got in. You know, what do you think? He's like, just be careful, man. Be careful of him. You know, we all heard bad things, right? That's fun. And everybody says, is this a pyramid? Absolutely. Hurry up and get in before it collapses. Oh, it's a scam. Okay, define scam. Oh, it's a scam. Okay, define scam right now. What is it? Well, it's one of those things. All right, come on. You got a little better than that. It's a scam. Okay, we're licensed by the government. We're licensed by every public utility. Okay, we are an energy company first that uses network marketing to get customers. Fastest form of marketing known to man is word of mouth. If you go to a movie and then you go out and call 10 of your friends and say that was the greatest movie ever, go see it, is Paramount going to send you a check? Yeah. No, probably not. If they do, that's great. What I'm saying is fastest form of marketing. You get something in the mail, you look at it, you throw it away. I'm not switching my bill. My power's going to go out. Hey, Ryan, this is the best thing in the world. You can switch your bill. Yeah, you're helping me out. You actually save some money, but who cares? I would call you anyway. You know, we're the same price. We'll go over that in a second, but I'm educating you. That's what we do. We're educators. We're not network marketers here. We're educators. That's all we are. Pyramid, okay? I actually have one guy in Sheridan, which I'm telling you right now, I was so angry at him because he stood up right in front of my meeting, in front of 200 people, and tried to make me look bad. One rule in this, I may be small, you cannot make me look bad in front of a room. That's it. I don't care what it is because I have an answer for everything you're going to say. Because I've heard it all. This guy stands up during the 3 and 10, he stands up, and first of all, I was like, do you need to use the bathroom or something? It's over there. And he's like, why are you advertising all these pyramid scams? And that just ruined the entire, because there's new people there, guys. I mean, there's new associates, and pyramid, they run the other way. Nobody has anything to do with pyramids, okay? I said, oh, you got to be kidding me now. I wanted to throw the clicker at him. Everybody knows me. Literally, I was like, you should. I said, first of all, who brought you here? And he said, and of course she's going like this. I said, thank you very much. Because now I put the thing down. I said, let's define pyramid right now. What do you do, hotshot? He's like, well, I'm a CEO for Johnson & Johnson. He's something for Johnson & Johnson. I don't know what he is. Whatever he is. Some executive something. Whatever. So he's probably going to get fired next week anyway. So I said, all right, let's define your job since you're a big shot. Who's the CEO? Who's the president? He said some guy, the head of Johnson & Johnson. Who's the vice president? Who answers to him? Well, there's this guy. I said, what do you do? Because you are some kind of a big shot. He said, yes, I'm the executive of marketing times whatever. I said, great. I said, how many guys do you have working for you today? He said, I have 42 people working for you. Right? I said, okay. I said, do you have any janitors that clean the floors when you guys leave at night? He said, what does that mean? I said, do you have any people that clean the building when you guys leave? Yes. I said, you are the biggest pyramid scam on the planet. I said, but your janitor will never make more than your vice president. Right or wrong?
Right.
Life is a pyramid, okay? Hear me on this. You have to have the answer to everything they're going to say. Pyramid is life. If you're married, you're in the biggest pyramid scam on the planet. But what I'm saying is this. Anytime somebody says it's a pyramid, I say, define pyramid. Where the guy at the top makes all the money. I worked for Krieger inside of Lawrenceville. Chip Krieger made all the money. Bob Turner was the vice president. I was a buyer. I did everything. And then we had the detailers, and then we had the drivers. Do you think the drivers are going to make more money than Chip Krieger? Absolutely, and he will never let that, if you guys know Chip. But I'm saying, it's not going to happen. The guy at the top makes all the money. Okay. Case in point, my brother is here, my sister-in-law is here, and I was personally sponsored by my sister-in-law. Because I worked a little bit harder, I set that goal in my life. I'm an executive director. My brother is a senior director. I passed my brother financially and position. Guys, it's network marketing. Okay? You have to have an answer because they're going to say the pyramid scam, what's going to happen in the back of your head? You're going to say, oh, you're right. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Right? They're going to talk you out of it. Now, this is why I love talking to fun about this, because I always have people come up to me and say, James, everybody's talking so bad. No. Has anybody ever heard the word no before? Some people. Yeah, the rest of you are lying. You want the word no. Because you know what's funny? Do not beg people to do this. Do not. In the beginning, I used to beg people to do this because I was very successful in my businesses that I had, so I always walked in, like cocky, and I said, come on, you're going to do this for me. I don't know what we're doing, you're going to do it with me, though. Nah, I'm not doing that. Now, why not? Because I'm not doing it. You're stupid for doing it. You call me stupid. I'm like, no, you're stupid. I didn't know what you're doing. And I used to just get really, an attitude, and they said, dude, watch what happens. It's going to collapse in 2 days, and this, yeah, okay, whatever. And that, you know what? In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, you're right. Has anybody ever Googled Ignite?
Oh, yeah.
Scam comes up, right?
Yeah.
Did anybody ever actually look into it?
Yes.
Okay, good. It defines it. Here's a scam. People sign up, they don't switch 4 points. What happens if you don't switch any bills? You don't get paid, right? There's your scam, everybody. It's the sponsor's fault. That's what I say. It's the sponsor's fault for not showing you. He should have never signed you up in the business if he wasn't going to help you do the 4 points. That is why the scam comes out. People are going to talk bad until they find out what it is. Now, people are going to say, you keep hearing the word no, oh my goodness, but this guy is going to be so perfect at it. I've called him 66 times this week, and he hasn't answered my phone yet. Okay, well, that's great. Well, first of all, that's wrong. What do you mean? Well, what kind of guy is he? Well, he used to be the Triple Diamond Lindy winner in this other network marketing company, and his mother just passed away, so he has all the time in the world. He's at her house now. He lost his job, and this. Tell me all about the person. They're going to be the greatest person. Now, you're going to concentrate your entire 7-day schedule, like the goal of the week, okay? You're going to do a whole on that one person. What happens in those 7 days? You lose 45 other people that we signed up, okay, because you didn't get to them. But what I'm saying is this, do not concentrate on one person because finally, when you sign that one person up, they're not going to do anything. But then you get a single mom school teacher in the pink over here that doesn't think she can do the business and she has 17 associates in 4 days. That is what happens in this. So do not, that's right, give it up for that. I hear that all the time. A girl came up to me, and then we're going to go back to my old, listen to this story. A girl came up to me in Mount Laurel, a street innocent girl in her 20s, and she said, James, I'm having the worst time. I said, what's the matter? Dr. Phil's here, as always. I said, what's the matter? She said, I have this one guy, he's going to be great, he's doing this, he's doing that, and in the back of my head I'm going, oh, he's going to be horrible, he's going to waste me. Okay, how many times did you call him this week? I called him 3 times a day for the past 2 weeks. Awesome, good job. Okay, call him one more time, let's have some fun. Now, what she did was she called me. I said, here's what you do. You're going to call him one more time tomorrow. That's it, one more time tomorrow. And you're just going to leave this message on his voicemail. You're going to say, you know what? And again, she's a sweetheart. I would say something else because that's just my attitude problem. But you're going to say, you know what? Why am I even calling you? Why am I bugging? I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry for bugging, for blowing up your voicemail. You know what's funny after thinking about this? I'm 25, and I'm going to do, you probably would be horrible at this business anyway. You'd be horrible at it. You know what? Just lose my number. Forget I even called you. I will never bother you again because this is going to happen with or without you. And you just drag on, leave a 2-hour voicemail. And tell him how bad he's going to be at the business.